infects the surface. They are experimenting with dangerous technologies that could prove to be the world's undoing for the second time in recent history. The Institute's scientists have created a weapon that transcends the destructive nature of the atom bomb. They call their creation the synth. A robotic abomination of technology that is free-thinking and masquerades as a human being. This notion that a machine could be granted free will is not only offensive, but horribly dangerous. And like the atom, if it isn't harnessed properly, it has the potential of rendering us extinct as a species. I am not prepared to allow the Institute to continue this line of experimentation. Therefore, the Institute and their synths are considered enemies of the Brotherhood of Steel, and should be dealt with swiftly and mercilessly. This campaign will be costly, and many lives will be lost. But in the end, we will be saving humankind from its worst enemy. Itself. Ad Victoriam!
Ad Victoriam! Ad Victoriam!
There's no time to waste when there's work to be done.
I care about them, you know. The people of the Commonwealth.
Care about them? I thought we were preparing for war.
The Brotherhood is here to prevent a war by starting one of our own. The difference is, our war won't reduce civilization to ashes.
What do you want from me?
I want you to start taking responsibility for this planet. To start making a difference. And from what I've read in Paladin Dance's reports, you've already begun that journey. Seeing as he's one of my most respected field officers, you couldn't get a better recommendation. Therefore, from this moment forward, I'm granting you the rank of Knight. And, befitting your title, we're granting you a suit of power armor to protect you on the field.
I'll do my best to live up to it.
I'm certain that you will. In any event, once you're finished becoming familiar with the Pridwin and my staff, report to the flight deck for your new welcome aboard the Pridwin, soldier. Make us proud.
Status report.
Green across the board, sir. Nothing new.
Good. Carry on, Knight. Congratulations on the promotion, Knight. Greetings, Knight. The Pridwin is a magnificent ship, and we're lucky to have her in our arsenal.
Can't pick this.
Dr. Ingram said she needed this suit tested yesterday.
Yeah, I get it. Just, what if I miss?
Don't.
Okay, sure. Firing. Everything holding together?
Trust me, you'd know.
Good. Firing!
All right. Everything looks nominal. And you didn't scuttle the ship. Thanks, Initiate.
Sure. Anytime. Never forget, you are the eyes and the ears of the Brotherhood. If you see or hear anything suspicious, it is your duty to report it immediately. We live in enemy territory now. Your vigilance could mean the difference between life and death. Understood?
Yes, sir! Yes, sir!
Good. Ad Victoriam, squires.
Ad Victoriam! Ad Victoriam!
Dismissed.
Elder Maxon started out as a squire. Maybe if I work hard, I'll be elder one day.
Commonwealth's a dangerous place. Make sure you gear up before you head out.
Squire.
Of course we'll stop the Institute. The Brotherhood always wins.
There. That should hold.
Thank you, sister.
You know, we wouldn't have to worry about them getting out if they weren't on the ship.
Your concerns are noted, Scribe. Give Proctor Ingram my thanks for letting me borrow you.
Have you ever fired a minigun? Chews through ferrules like paper.
Feel free to have a look at the specimens, but please don't touch anything. Didn't you want to hear about my experiment?
Nariah.
Feel free to have a look at the specimens, but please don't touch anything. I refuse to be held responsible if you are injured.
Quite a collection you've got here.
Well, thank you. Most people don't appreciate the important work that I'm trying to do here. I'm on the cusp of discovering how these creatures' bodies have adapted to the radiation that's infiltrated their habitats. If I can crack the code, I can equip our troops with a protective compound far superior to Rad-X.
That's amazing.
Well, it's only a theory so far. You see, the ionizing radiation left behind by the Great War kills because it damages most living things on a cellular level. However, after several generations, these creatures' bodies have adapted by altering their genetic makeup to prevent cellular disruption. I believe I've discovered how I can replicate that genetic restructuring rapidly. Instead of decades, I can do it in moments. For a short period of time, anyway.
Why alter it for a short period of time? Why not do it permanently?
Attempting to alter the genetic code permanently? That's too close to what happened with FEV and Spawn, the super mutant. I'm not willing to take a chance like that. I wish I could show you a sample of the compound, but unfortunately I've hit a stumbling block preventing me from synthesizing a sample. The specimens I've already captured can only produce so much blood and genetic material. If I try and harvest too much, they'll die. What I need are more samples of blood from the creatures.
Will I get some of that new compound you're developing?
If I make a breakthrough, I've modified your Pip-Boy to scan the...
Sure.
All you have to do is pick up any viable... Hey, I really...
Outright me or not, don't touch the experiments. Please, sir.
If Elder Maxon ordered me to follow him to the gates of hell, I'd be the first one to kick them open.
Have you collected any blood samples, Knight? Oh, just say something already.
No, sorry.
I understand. I really appreciate. As soon as I make...
Scribe Nariah.
Have you collected... Have you collected any blood samples, Knight?
Yes, here you go.
Is this some sort of a joke? I don't know what that is, but it's certain. Do you have any or not?
No, sorry.
I understand. I really appreciate you searching. As soon as I make a break...
Joining our cause was the wisest decision.
We've got
Excuse
a
me,
lot of
Paladin
work ahead
Vance?
of us, brother.
There you are. How did it go with Elder Maxon?
He's a very dedicated man. It sounds like he stands behind everything he's saying.
Of course he does. How could he afford not to? I just hope you appreciate how much of a chance I'm taking bringing you into the fold this quickly. Not to put too fine a point on it, But if you screw up, we go down together.
I won't let you down, Dance. I promise.
Good. Now, I know you're eager to hop into a suit of power armor and take the fight to the end. In order to be an effective part of the team, you need to learn your... Since I've been officially assigned to you as your sponsor, I'd recommend taking me along with you.
Right. Sounds good. Let's go.
Outstanding. Food in the mess hall isn't bad. Well, as long as you don't smell it.
Good. You're finally here. Just set the books down anywhere. I'll get to them as soon as I can.
What are you doing with all these books?
I suppose I could stop working for a moment.
Which books contain pertinent information?
Technical volumes, repair manuals, design philosophies, medical research. That's why I consider everything else.
Makes sense to get rid of the trash.
Well, I'm pleased you agree. Since it's obvious that you aren't who I was expecting, would you mind telling me why you're here?
Just learning my way around the Prydwen.
Learning your way around? Ah, I see. You're the new recruit that Paladin Dance described in his report. Under normal circumstances, I'd provide you with a proper orientation of my department. However, I'm woefully behind setting up research patrols and getting bombarded with requests for technical documentation. Unfortunately, I'm lacking the personnel needed to get the job done.
Maybe I...
As you patrol the Commonwealth, keep your eye for blueprints, memos, manuals, books, charts. I'm authorized to pay you for each bundle of and if you wish to be assigned, it was a pleasure to meet you, Knight.
I'd gladly lay down my life if it keeps humanity from eating the arms.
Glad you finally stopped by, soldier. Are you ready for your medical exam?
Sure. Go right ahead.
All right. I'm going to ask you a series of medical-related questions, and I'd like you to answer me to the best of your ability. First question. As a child, were you ever exposed to radiation for an extended period of time?
There wasn't that much radiation around before the bombs fell.
Bombs? What? Well, you're probably healthier than anyone else aboard. Anyway, sorry I missed that in your records. Just going down the list of questions. I'm sure you understand. Okay, second question. Have you ever had or come in contact with a person confirmed to be carrying a communicable disease?
Never been seriously sick in my life.
Good, good. Third question. And please, answer honestly. Have you ever had sexual relations with any species considered non-human?
No. Never have.
Very well. Last question. Would you have any problems pulling the trigger on an enemy of the Brotherhood, whether they're human, formerly human, or machine?
Nope. No problem whatsoever.
Excellent. You'll fit in quite well around here. Excellent. I think I've got all the information I need. I see no reason to prevent you from beginning your duties immediately. If you ever need medical assistance, you let me know.
If you're looking for another safe haven, there's shelter and supplies at the police station.
Try it now.
Nothing. I'm supposed to report 10 minutes. So, you're the new recruit I heard about. Huh, not what I was expecting.
I can handle myself.
Hey, if Paladin Dance vouched for you, that's good enough for me. You just don't look like one of the usual wastelanders we pick up. Anyway, since you came down here to meet me, we may as well get it over with. My name's Ingram, and this lovely little grease pit is where you'll usually find me. If your power armor's too tight in the crotch, the Prydwen's about to crash into the ground, or a robot's gone haywire, you come see me.
Sounds like you have a pretty full plate.
Plate? Hell, I have a whole table's worth of duties around here. There isn't a day that goes by on this tub without 5 or 6 things breaking down. And since I'm stuck in this rig, I'm not quite as spry as I used to be. The work tends to pile up.
You feel like telling me how you ended up that way?
That's a little personal, don't you think?
Come on. If we're going to be working as a team, we should get to know each other better.
I'm not really looking for sympathy. And honestly, I don't know you that well. Maybe some other time. Anyway, I'm sure you're here to get your hands on some power armor. There's a pretty decent T-60 suit sitting in Bay 3 that's all yours. The left leg actuator's a bit sticky, but it'll keep the creeps off of you. Oh, and if you need any work done on it, feel free to use the workshops around here now. If you'll excuse me, I need to get...
I don't know about Scrodneraya. I think she loves her little Zilla a bit too much.
Time to suit up.
muster. For one more time, Captain Kells is gonna have me do 100 push-ups.
Can you tell Kells if he wants this fixed, he needs to keep the damn ship steady?
Don't let Maxon's age fool you. He's a brilliant tactician and an experienced soldier. How can a machine believe it's alive? It's ridiculous.
Can you believe synths are replacing humans with exact duplicates? It makes me sick.
Do you know what a 10-pound cockroach can do to a pregnancy regulator? You're an inspiration to us all. Do us proud.
Just fixed a few power armor mods and gave them to Tegan. You might want to check them out.
Step forward, Knight. Even though they've locked me in this blasted cage, I promise that I won't bite.
you in there?
I'm glad you asked. Now, this is the stowage depot, and I, as you probably already guessed, am the ship's quartermaster, Proctor Tegan. The powers that be have me locked in here, so I can keep an eye on the Brotherhood's valuables. If you need to stock up on supplies before you head out on a mission...
That's good to know.
I'm glad you're the agreeable type. When I tell most of the new recruits that they have to buy their own equipment, they give me the stink eye. The good news is by having a constant flow of caps, I'm able to buy whatever you bring me. Yeah, I'm mostly interested in weapons, but I'll take anything useful. Of course, if you're just looking to make a few caps on the side, I might have some extra...
Uh-huh. I could use some extra caps.
You need them. And since I'm stuck up, after you're done with the meat, in the meantime...
You know those synths with the plastic faces? They creep me the heck out.
Now that you've familiarized yourself with the Prydwen's crew, ready for your next assignment, brother?
Yes, Owen.
Good. Let's get right to it then. Shall we? Take a look over there. That's Fort Strong. And it's infested with super mutants. Having those aberrations of nature close enough to smell is making me sick to my stomach. To make matters worse, they're sitting on top of a massive stockpile of Fat Man shells we could use in our campaign. I want you to head over there. Wipe out everything that moves. Understood?
Consider it done.
Look, I realize you're eager to take the fight to the Institute, but it'll have... The Brotherhood cannot allow those abominations to have a nuke.
It'll be a pleasure to exterminate that mutant filth.
Now, we have a vertibird on standby, fully armed. Use it to carry our message to Fort Strong. And what? Dismissed.
Jackson's orders, all forms of technology should be confiscated or collected.
Keep them in your sights.
Watch your step. There's quite a bit of debris here.
Oh, boring. Stupid noises.
Well, that's a skill they don't teach in boot camp.
What? Now your
Trash to pick through here. Searching through it could prove beneficial. This place may appear abandoned, but that doesn't mean we should drop our guard. You hear that?
Godless bastard! Hell with you!
area's obviously been abandoned for quite some time. This area seems to be in disarray. I wonder if this is recent.
Getting hungry? He's a buckethead. Who's there? Let's clean off. Nice. What was that? Don't bite to death.
Keep your safety off. Whoever or whatever created this mess might still be around.
What's that? You hear? You hear? Stop hiding.
Whatever this thing was,
What? I hear
it's been
something.
totally torn to pieces. There isn't much left to properly identify these recruits.
Something there. Hello? Someone there?
Paladin Dance.
Look at this place. You must hate these mutants as much as I do.
I was just doing what Elder Maxon asked. No more, no less.
Well, it's good to see you dealt with them the Brotherhood way. These monstrosities are just another example of man blindly taking a step forward, only to wind up stumbling 2 steps back. I've been fighting for years, trying to put a stop to this madness. And just when I thought we were getting the upper hand, along come the synths. I've seen what these super mutants do to people. Can you imagine what the synths would do to us if they ever got the upper hand? It would be Armageddon repeated, and maybe the end of everything that we hold dear. Look, I don't mean to bore you with my rhetoric. I just want you to understand how important these missions are.
Makes sense.
Anyway, that's enough of that. What's important here is that you got the job done and secured these warheads. You should head back up to the Prydwen and talk to Maxon. I'm sure he'll want to debrief you as soon as possible. Dismissed.